Welcome back, children. Today we will learn the human digestive system. And before that, let us revise what we have learned, the processes, the steps or processes of nutrition. The first step is ingestion, then digestion, that is ingested food is digested and digested food is absorbed and then assimilated and then digested. So the five processes of nutrition are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. So we will learn how the human digestive system is suitable for carrying out these processes. So the structure of the digestive system we will learn. And let us revise this also. What are these processes? So ingestion means taking in complex food through mouth. That is the first opening. And second, this digested food is, this ingested food is digested in various parts of the digestive system. So change of complex food into simple form by the action of enzymes, digestive enzymes. And then digested food is absorbed. Absorption means passing of simple soluble nutrients through blood or lymph. And then it is absorbed into the cells. The blood gives it to the cells. And then utilization of the absorbed food by the cells for various metabolic processes. And last step is digestion, meaning expelling out the undigested food. Undigested food is waste. So the waste has to be eliminated. So I have already explained in detail about these processes. Please learn that. Now knowing this, let us study the structure of our digestive system and how it is suitable for carrying out digestion. Okay. So these are the parts of the digestive system. And digestive system we can divide into two parts, that is digestive organs through which the food passes and in which the digestion takes place. And second is the digestive glands. Digestive glands secrete enzymes and these enzymes that digest the food. So let us see these parts. First, digestive organs through which the food passes. So first part is the mouth, which is the opening, and the cavity of the mouth is called oral cavity or buccal cavity. And food is ingested. Food is ingested through the mouth. And the mouth has teeth and tongue inside it. What is their role? We'll discuss. Just now let us learn the names of the parts. So behind the buccal cavity or behind the mouth, oral cavity, what is there? A common passage for food as well as air. And this is called the pharynx. So through the pharynx, from the mouth, food passes, and from the through the nose, air passes. So pharynx is the common passage for food as well as air. Okay. And then next part is a tubular structure which is called esophagus. Esophagus, this portion, this tubular portion, and which leads to a sac-like structure called the stomach. And from the stomach or after stomach, what is there? This is small intestine. This coiled structure is small intestine. And small intestine has three parts. One is in the beginning, just right from the stomach, the starting of the small intestine, this is called the duodenum. Duodenum. And then next part is the highly boiled part is ileum and then jejunum. So these are the three parts of the small intestine. And after small intestine starts the next organ is the large intestine or colon. It's called the colon. So this has an ascending part. So you can see here it is an ascending part moving upward. Ascending part is called ascending colon. Then there is a transverse portion here, and this transverse portion is called the transverse colon, and there is a descending portion which is called the descending colon. So colon or large intestine has three parts: ascending colon and transverse colon and a descending colon. And this leads to the part called the rectum. Here that the waste material or undigested food is stored here for some time, and then it is eliminated through an opening called the anus. So this is anus. So the first opening of the digestive system is the mouth, and last opening is the anus. This is the anus. Okay, so we have done all the parts, all the digestive organs we have learned, through which the food passes and digestion takes place in these various parts. Now let's see the digestive gland. So first let us understand the names of this. In the mouth there are the salivary gland, and there are three pairs of salivary glands. Okay, three in each side. So this is from one side, salivary gland. Okay, so these pairs of salivary gland, all these glands secrete enzyme, digestive enzyme, which is very important for digestion of the food. So salivary gland is the first, that is in the first gland, that is in the mouth, and then you come to the stomach. In the stomach, then the gland is called the gastric glands. The glands, digestive glands of the stomach are called the gastric glands. Gastric gland, and which has several certain parts we will learn. And then comes this portion. This is called the pancreas. Pancreas is attached to the duodenum. That is the first part of the small intestine. Then comes in the small intestine there are different glands. So I'll show you the glands only separately in the next diagram. See, here is the salivary glands. This is a clear diagram. Salivary glands, how many pairs? Three pairs of salivary glands. Then in the stomach there is gastric glands. You can label in here. Gastric glands are in the stomach. And then this is the liver. This is the liver. Okay, liver is the largest gland of the body. Okay, of all the glands, liver is the largest gland. This secretes certain substances which help in digestion. And you can see this greenish portion underneath the liver. Here that the bile, that is the liver secretions called the bile, is stored. Okay, and whenever required, it is through the duct it will reach to wherever it has to go. So liver and the liver secretion or the bile is stored in the gall bladder. And then in the small intestine there are some of the cells modified into glands. So all these parts, all these digestive glands secrete what? Digestive enzymes. And this digestive enzymes, as I told you before, these are chemicals which speed up the chemical reaction. So digestion is a chemical reaction. It is a catabolic process. We have learned it earlier. So this catabolic process, digestion is catalyzed by digestive enzymes secreted by the glands. So we are very familiar now with the digestive organs and the digestive glands. Okay. Then we come to let us learn with detail mouth. And I told you in the mouth we have teeth. These are the teeth and the tongue. Okay. Now we have 4 kinds of teeth. So this teeth, in an adult there are 32 teeth, and 16 on the upper jaw and 16 on the lower jaw, situated in the sockets. Okay, teeth are situated in teeth sockets. So let us understand what are the different kinds of teeth. So this first four that is in the center, in the upper jaw there are four, and in the lower jaw there are four, and they are called incisors. Incisors. There are four incisors. Okay. And then next to the incisors on both the sides, one canine each. So there are two canines in upper jaw, two canines in the lower jaw. So incisors, canine, and after that we have two of them. Two teeth are called premolars. Pre means pele, that is molars se pele, premolars. How many? There are four in each. So 4 plus 4, 8 are there. And the last kind of teeth is molars. There are 3 molars on each side. So 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 6, 12 molars are there. Okay, 12 molars are there. So these different kinds of teeth has certain, different roles. Okay, so in the mouth, these food undergoes a part of digestion. Okay, and then let us understand the function of these teeth before we go into the next one. So incisors, what do they do? Incisors, 8 teeth in the front, center of your mouth, and on both bottom as well as top. So there are 4 plus 4, 8 incisors are there, and these are typically the first adult teeth. Okay, that a child gets coming in when the child is between 6 and 8 years old. And incisors are teeth that used to bite the food. So what is the function of incisors? Biting the food. And then comes canines. Canines are the next teeth that develop in your mouth, and 4 of them, and they are the sharpest teeth used for tearing apart food. In carnivores, the canines are more or well developed for tearing the flesh and all. Then premolars are used for tearing and crushing the food. What's the function? Tearing and crushing the food. And unlike incisors and canines, premolars have a flat biting surface. So there are 8 premolars in total. Then molars, the largest teeth, and their function is similar to that of the premolars. So premolars and the molars together, they have flat surface. So they are used for grinding the food. So to grind, tear, and crush the food. And molars have a large flat biting surface, which make them perfect for this job. So altogether, the teeth bite, tear, and crush the food so that it will easily go into the next part of the digestive system. Then we come to the tongue. So this is the diagram of tongue, and as you know, with the tongue we taste the food. See, all the 4 primary taste buds are situated on different parts of the tongue. So let us see first. Sweet is, you can recognize sweet taste by this front portion, sweet. Then at the entire, the back, there is bitter taste. And then on the both the side of the tongue, these are for sour taste. And then this both the sides, we can taste the salt. So these 4 primary taste buds are there, and a mixture of so many other tastes we can taste with the help of taste buds on the tongue. Okay, so this is the tongue and the teeth we have learned. And sorry. Okay. So these are the parts of the digestive system we have learned, and then about the enzymes and the glands we will learn in the next video. Okay. Thank you very much.